My best dressed. Not to say other signs can't dress, but pretty much every Leo I know, they can dress their ass off, money. Welcome to Empress Energy 333. Welcome to my little neck of the YouTube, Tarot Woods. I thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. If you are back, I thank you so much for being a repeat watcher. And as I always say, what's the best way to pay for a free tarot read, which is what you are getting today? Go ahead and press that like button, y'all. Better yet, subscribe. Then you'll know anytime I post new content. This is my second installment of my Wine and Spirit series, where I sit here and sip on my favorite wine and we consult with Spirit. We ask a question, we draw some cards, we see what it says, we clarify, and hopefully it leaves you with some greater insight about any current events you have going on in your life. As I always say, this is a collective read, so may or may not resonate with you just because there's so much energy flowing around. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't, okay? Take the meat and not the bones, folks. And with that, I'm going to give these one last shuffle, and I'm going to go ahead and draw you 9 cards. And Spirit, I just want you to tell me something good about my Leo friends, okay? Help me to tell a clear, concise story with these cards. Help me to be able to relay what it is you want them to know and be able to relay it clearly. Okay, and with that, let's go. I see you surveying the landscape, Leo. I see you being victorious. Oh my goodness, you just out here with all these wands, just kind of, you know, what is that he says on Coming to America? You are the owner of all you survey. Look at you looking off into the distance. You looking at your ships on the ocean. Just looking at everything you've created. Over here with the 2 of Wands, got the world in your hands, got, you know, those, it's like the world is your oyster. You are embarking on something new, and I see you being victorious, okay? So this top row looking really good for you, Leo. You got the 4 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Look like you secured the bag. 10 of Pentacles. Look at you. 5 of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Okay. So, I either see you being very conservative with your pentacles and being a responsible saver. The inverse meaning of this could also be, you know, being a little bit miserly or holding on to things. If this was like a love reading, excuse me, sometimes you get this 4 of Pentacles, and it can sometimes symbolize holding on to something that you need to let go of. But given the fact that you got all these other pentacles in this read, I really do think this is like a literal man. This is money, okay? You also got the Queen of Pentacles. I always notice that her throne is sitting outdoors in a garden. Queen of Pentacles reminds us to get out into nature and get grounded, okay? And, ooh, just to get you some further bulleted points on that King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles. Generosity and dependability are the upright key meanings. And she embodies feminine energy of nurturing and dependability, as well as a strong connection to nature, as I just said. Okay? Queen of Pentacles may be asking you to examine your relationship with your mother figure, mother your inner child, or connect with the children in your life. This card indicates you should take good care of your body, focusing on wellness and spending time in nature. Caring for your home, cooking, or gardening will help you to relax. And when I think of someone who likes to garden, my mom is a pretty avid gardener. That's where she goes to escape. That's where she goes to get grounded, connect with the earth. And she's very deliberate and hardworking in when she does her work in the garden. So that sort of reminds me of this 8 of Pentacles that you got. I feel like you're putting in the hard work for something. I feel also I'm getting strong signals that whatever you do doesn't feel like work to you. You just do it, you know, and Perhaps you monetize this and this is the way you make a living. And if not, maybe you need to. Okay. Because I always say about this Eight of Pentacles, this card represents entrepreneurship a little bit to me, because he's not waiting for someone to give him a few pentacles for his work. He's actually over here casting his own pentacles, making his own money, building his own legacy. You know where that leads if you put in the work. 10 of Pentacles here. I feel like you are in your moment where you can just sort of sit back and admire your handiwork. Okay, I'm surprised you didn't get the 7 of Pentacles, with the other guy just cultivating pentacles like he's growing them on a bush, like money growing on trees. I feel like whatever you're doing here inside of all this abundance, it didn't come without maybe some painful moments and some hardships, because you drew the 5 of Cups, and I feel like you may be grieving over something. What I like to say about this card, though, is that all is not lost. There are still 2 cups there remaining, even though this person seems to be grieving these 5. I need to hold my cards like over here. I've been doing this, and when I watch the videos, y'all can only see like that part of the card. But you see that? This person seems to be grieving over the cups that spilled. But there are still 2 cups behind them. Now, I never have any idea whether this person knows those cups are behind them, or if they are just deliberately ignoring them as they lament over the spillage of the other 3. But, I mean, literally, you can't cry over spilled milk or what appears to be spilled wine in this folder, or on this card. God, you know what? I've been drinking too much wine. I need to maybe cut it off after this glass, because I don't know where the hell I got folder from. But anyhow, you know, they're lamenting over those spilled glasses when they still have those other 2 standing up. So I feel like whatever you've done here to cultivate all this abundance, you know, it might not have come without its casualties, and it might be an opportunity. You got the Hangman here to just take a little time out and reflect on lessons learned, so you can repeat your successes, but not fall into the same pitfalls, you know. And maybe 2022 can be a benchmark year for you, where you really just hit it out of the park and do it flawlessly with the wisdom of those lessons learned behind you, right? Let's go ahead and clarify this. But whatever you're doing, Leo, it looks like you got your stuff in order, and you've been very successful at whatever you've been putting your effort into. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Spirit, I ask that you help us to clarify the cards that's already been drawn. Give us further insight into the story that these cards are telling us. I want you to show my Leos what you need them to see. Tell them what you need them to hear in order to give them insight. I ask that you continue to help me to relay this message concisely and with clarity for my Leo friends. 2 of Cups. Wow, you got that victory card again in the same spot. And I always say this, forgive me for repeating myself. If you're a repeat watcher of my videos, sometimes I say the same things over and over again, but I don't do that unless it's worth saying. And I always say that I like to use 3 decks of the same cards, because it gives Spirit the opportunity to repeat itself if it wants to. So when I get not only a duplicate, but a duplicate like in the same spot, that's a strong signal to me. You're victorious, Leo. That's amazing. You also got the Chariot, the High Priestess, 4 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You got the 2 of Wands again. Also the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So you have the 2 of Cups here. And usually 2 of Cups is associated, you know, with love readings and, you know, lovers and stuff like that. But sometimes the 2 of Cups, that could be the embodiment of a platonic relationship, a friendship, a work relationship. It could just be, and it could be a love relationship. But overall, it's just 2 people that are on the same page, on the same accord, and you know, experiencing some type of synergy that just works really well together. So this could be a love thing for you. I'm not seeing many cups at all in your read, so you know, I'm not going to try to force it and be like, oh, you're meeting your soulmate tomorrow. However, you know, it appears that you may be connecting with someone, you know, or some situation that will just be synergistically, that will just work, right? So to further explain that, Two of Cups, partnership, union. The meeting of two brings balance and harmony in a nurturing relationship. And since your draw is so pentacle heavy, I am going to read you what it says about career and money with regard to the Two of Cups. A new partnership or work opportunity is coming into alignment for you. In existing career circumstances, you could experience equal give and take in work relationships or an act of generosity from a coworker. Okay? You got that victory card again. I won't really go into explaining that more, but just in short, I feel like whatever you're doing here, you know, it appears you've been victorious. I like to believe you're going to continue to be victorious, and you may even get some sort of public recognition. I always notice how this guy looks to be, you know, he's riding off to the sunset. He's got people around him celebrating him as he rides through, right? And you got the Chariot. I see you riding off into the sunset. I'm not sure what you have, you know, sprockets you have in your pocket, Leo, but perhaps you might be embarking on something new for 2022. Some of you may be relocating. Some of you may be starting new job assignments. But the Chariot is just forward motion, inspired action. And I feel like you're getting ready to, you know, you got something new up your sleeve. So let me know in the comments if you know, have something in the works. You got the High Priestess. Always the reminder to listen to your instincts. I feel like that's my everything you need to succeed card, right? Because the High Priestess, I mean, she's number one, she's the highest woman in the deck. I mean, you got the Magician, who's the first one. Actually, the Fool is the very first card, but the Magician is then number one. And then number two is the High Priestess. Like the moon, she sees through the darkness, illuminating what is hidden, reminding us that all we need to know is already within us. The upright key meanings of the High Priestess are intuition and self-knowledge. Follow intuitive urges when making financial and business decisions. Even if you're tempted to investigate endlessly, know that you have the answers rather than relying on other people's opinions. Make intuitive choices in business rather than over-intellectualizing or rationalizing. Okay? Now, I feel like in the midst of all this, maybe you want more. But I'd advise you to think about your successes. And, you know, it's okay to desire more. But don't, you know, knock what you already have in pursuit of what you want, right? So this guy is looking at these 3 cups. And I feel like he's so busy lamenting over the lack that he's not seeing the abundance that's coming to him via a divine gift. So I need you to stop looking down and look up. Don't be so hard on yourself. I don't know why I'm sort of feeling like in the midst of all this, Leo, you might be your worst critic. So I'd ask you to just take a step back and really look at your accomplishments and celebrate yourself for that. Some people, it motivates them to not live in a celebration and to say, okay, great, we got this. Now let's go get this. But I think at some point you really do have to sort of, you know, just look around you and be thankful and grateful for what you've done. Again, you're getting a divine gift here. You know, you got that 4th cup coming to you as a divine gift, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, as if you need more pentacles here. You already got the 10. How many more pentacles you need, Leo? But it's not my call. You are being divinely gifted with even more abundance. And that being said, you know, here you are again, surveying the land and seeing what's next. You got the world in your hands. I feel like you're in a position where you can make any choice that you want. You have autonomy, you have freedom. And this card just, just has so much hope. And, ooh, just to further explain, the Two of Wands, again, upright key meanings, choice, future plans. A choice to expand your world awaits. Do you stay with what you know or choose the unknown adventure? Weigh your options before making a big decision and heed intuitive guidance in your decision-making process. You're making plans and taking your goals to the next level and phase of life, which is exciting. Your life continues to be enriched when you follow a spiritual path and explore new directions. So remember what I told you about that chariot? It's almost like this card, and the chariot fell on top of the same card up top, right? I told you got a sprocket in your pocket. I know you got something going on. I know it. I can feel it. Okay? You do have your defenses up. I don't see anything wrong with that. I see you. Remember when I told you about those lessons learned and to take the wisdom from that? And, now you can shoot it, all net. Like, the strategy, the pitfalls, and you can avoid them. And you can, like, execute things perfectly and sort of, like, replicate that success. And you have your boundaries up. Use your wisdom going forward, okay? And be ready. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, okay? And you got the Eight of Cups, which again, keeping in mind that chariot, right? And this Two of Wands, I feel like you're on your way out. You've achieved what you needed to achieve in this space. You're on to the next great thing. Let's go ahead and not only, have we clarified, I like to verify. Well, one last pull in spirit. I just ask that you give my Leos some takeaways. Give us a little bit further insight as we close out this read into the cards that we've drawn already. And just give my Leos some things they can carry with them after this read that will, guide them and provide a little bit of clarity. With that, let's go ahead and draw our last cards. Wow, 3 times you got that Two of Wands. Oh, you really do have the world in your hands. You got the Ace of Pentacles again. Look at that. Whatever you're doing, Leo, your money, your career is right. You got the Page of Pentacles, delivering good news regarding your pentacles. You want to talk about tell me something good? Remember the question I asked Spirit before I drew these cards? Golly, tell you something good regarding your pentacles. Golly. Devil card. Not sure if you might be dealing with the Capricorn. As I said, sometimes success does not come without, a few casualties. Make sure in the midst of all this, you're not becoming obsessed with things. You're not picking up new addictions. And when I say addictions, I don't just mean like drugs and, the first vices that come to mind. But I mean, people can be addicted to work. People can be addicted to money. So just try to stay mindful. There's nothing wrong with success and building wealth and stuff, but just try not to get caught up in the underbelly of all that. That Devil card, I see that as sort of a cautionary thing for you. You got the Two of Pentacles. So, in the midst of all these pentacles, just keeping everything in balance. I feel like you've mastered some things with regard to creating wealth and building wealth and generating income. You see that this person is balancing these pentacles in the midst of a rough environment. If you see behind them, the waters look rough. Those boats look to be on rough, choppy waters, but meanwhile you're still holding everything in balance, which is a good thing. You got the Lovers. That sort of speaks to that Two of Cups up top. Perhaps you could have some sort of new romance on the horizon, but I really feel you're focused on career and work right now. The lovers can also mean some type of synergistic alliance. It could mean a good business relationship. So you never know. But always keep your love light on. You know, you never know when new love is coming in, if that's what you're looking for. You got the Six of Swords. I always sort of, you know, I think the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups sort of go hand in hand. And you also got the Chariot. And I just think this means you are leaving a current situation and going to a new one. Leaving rough waters and going to calmer waters, you know? Going to greener pastures, right? And that could just be by virtue of us being on the brink of a new year. World card, end of a cycle. What did I tell you? You're on to the next thing. And you got the Judgment card. Now, I have my opinions about the Judgment card, but I just like to read what my third-party materials say. I always have my little bulleted points and references, things that I study with regard to tarot. And I'm just interested what it says in regard to a read like this, okay? So, end of a cycle, successful completion of something is what I think of when I first, when I see that Judgment card. I feel like any disputes that have been going on are finally getting resolved. There's awakening, acceptance. Judgment serves as the ultimate release when we are accepting of the past and ourselves as we follow the divine call to our spiritual awakening. Put your energy toward noticing the signs from the universe that you can begin releasing yourself from self-criticism and judgment. This is the time to start accepting your spiritual gifts, moving on from past pain, okay, moving on, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, Chariot, and embracing a new period of spiritual awakening. Don't allow past mistakes or decisions in the realms of finance and career to define you. Instead, focus on releasing the past and moving into new, more successful period. Heed signs from the universe and follow them toward a new career, path, or opportunity in business. So, Leo, I think that this read really focused in on any of you who are just either in the midst of or embarking on some new adventure as far as like entrepreneurship, business endeavors. If you're not an entrepreneur, you seem to be in your bag as far as career and finance. That's all I can tell you. And you're moving on to the next great thing. You're climbing that corporate ladder. You are getting more patronage for your business. Whatever constitutes being successful in whatever you do to make a living is all embodied in this read. So it's looking good for you, Leo. Go ahead, my lions. Go get it. And with that, I'm just going to remind you to press like and subscribe if this reading resonated with you. Tell me in the comments, I have a few followers. I'm new in town. I love to see more followers every day. And now I'm to the point where it's like, child, I want to see some engagement. Even if you post a dislike. I just want to know you watching. In any case, Leo, I love you. I thank you for watching. And I hope you come back to hang out with me again. Bye.